Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Formula 2. Tonight it's Bahrain for round 12, and we're about to get going very soon. Last week, Steinos wrapped up the Constructors' Championship, so I think tonight it's just going to be a bit of fun, and everyone's going to just go for it, I think. There's no pressure, no stress, and we've got 11 drivers tonight. So let's see what we can do. Bahrain is notorious, pretty tough. A few difficult corners, especially if you're not running ABS. So yeah, it's a very difficult track. The downhill left-handers very tricky. But we're about to get going. So let's head in to one-shot qualifying. And as we can see, Stanos Reeks, our current Formula 2 champion, is so far just ahead of Bjorn, who's been in some very good form in the past few weeks. Last week he racked up the perfect amount of points, 39 points. He had sprint and feature win, pole position, and he had fastest lap in both races. So that was no other drivers done that this season. So let's see if anyone can do that this week. But Bjorn has just nipped ahead of Steinos, so this is looking very close, as we expect. So it's very nice to see the cars in the daytime and not at night, which is very good. Coming around the last corner, Steinos looks like he's going to get pole position, and he does. That's a very good lap there. That's looks like maybe 2.5 tenths advantage ahead of Wooters. So Wooters had a very good qualifying session now in second. So a massive gap there between Steinos and Wooter, 9/10 of a second. Refwan third, Lex in fourth, Captain Aiden. Not a bad lap there from Captain Aiden in fifth, David sixth, Pajestic seventh, got Camper in eighth, Sox ninth, and Bjorn in 10th. So those two will be on the front row, and DSQ there for Max. So and these positions will be for the feature race. And that was Steinos' third pole position of the season, putting him one behind Bjorn, who's had 4. So yeah, it's been pretty close in qualifying this season, and we will get ready for the sprint race. So the drivers just making their way around the formation lap, making sure to get good temperature in the tyres. All drivers starting on the hard tyre. Bjorn will lead the drivers away, with Sox starting in second. Cock, Camper and Padge, teammates of course, in assist here on Sunday. Tune in for that. David and Captain Aiden, 5th and 6th. Lex and Ruffalo 7th and 8th. And Steinos and Max in 10th and 11th, and I'm sure they're going to be coming storming through the field. drivers making their way to the grid, making sure to spot get the car in the right place, try not to get a DSQ. It looks like all drivers have managed that pretty well. So here we go, we have 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go for the sprint race at Bahrain. So far it looks like a pretty good start from Bjorn. Camper around the outside. I know he doesn't. Socks up to second. Camper and David side by side. And David gets ahead there. Very good start from Bjorn. And I think Wooters had a spin. Maybe he's had a coming together with someone. And Aiden unfortunately has lagged out, so hopefully he can rejoin very soon. But the perfect start for Bjorn, already 1.5 seconds ahead of Socks. And Socks has David on his tail. Laps for the sprint. DRS will be enabled on lap 3. And it's a shame for Woto, who's dropped 7 seconds back at the back. It's going to be very difficult for him to get back. And we see Lex and Camper going side by side through the last corner. A little bit of contact there, but Lex does come out ahead. Going on board here with Starnos Weeks, our season 8 champion, and that's very good. Ooh, a little moment there, Lex. And Starnos says thank you very much. Gets himself up to third. Did well to avoid that. And Bjorn already 3.5 seconds ahead out on lap 2. It's crazy. Ooh, Starnos there. A bit of contact there with Socks. And he's just dropped behind Lex. An incredible start from Bjorn, already 4 seconds ahead. I'd love to have this pace. As we were saying, the DRS will be enabled on the next lap. And Socks will have Lex for company, along with Steinos. And this is where we find out what downforce levels drivers will be using. Lex goes into the lead. Steinos knocking down the inside of Socks. And he gets moved down. A little bit of contact, but nothing, no harm. Ooh, Socks has had a moment there, and he's dropped all the way down to the back, all the way down to 10th place. Oh yeah, that's so unfortunate. He's having such a strong start to the race, but it can so easily happen, and Steinos goes off there as well. Hoping he doesn't get a warning. Sometimes you can get away with it. On board here with David. still within DRS from Stanos. Got Cod Camper on his tail. And Cod Camper almost out of DRS from Reservoir behind. Ooh, a little spin there. That might have been Reservoir actually. And Bjorn now 6.3 seconds ahead. Unbelievable advantage he's got. Unfortunately, Reservoir has dropped to 11th, Suggs in 10th. Max also down to 9th, so he must have made a mistake. And Wuter, who was last on lap 1, has made his way up to 8th. And he's closing in on the Padge. And Stanos now trying to put some pressure on Lex ahead, who won on his debut a few rounds ago. That slow left-hander is so tricky to get right. Good battle here, David, Camper and Aiden all driving very, very well. And they will be hoping to make some progress. Obviously David is at a disadvantage, he doesn't have DRS. It looks like he's running very low downforce. Cod is on a little low. And Cod just get ahead of David, but David will get DRS back. Actually, I don't think David has DRS, so Cod Camber is able to stay ahead. We have Majestic in 8th, just been overtaken by Wuter. And now it's coming under pressure from Max. Not that he feels pressure, you know. It's going to be a straightforward move from Max. Has so much more pace at his disposal, and it's going to take a pass on the racing line, and that's the beauty of DRS, makes overtaking so much easier. And back to our leader Bjorn. He hasn't fallen asleep yet because he's got almost an 8-second lead over Stanos. What a fantastic drive, and we've only just got a half distance. An epic drive so far from Bjorn. Just got to keep doing what he's doing. And Lex gets back ahead of Stanos, but he's going to be challenged again into turn 4. David still ahead of Cod Camper with his very low downforce setup. And Stanos back ahead of Lex, but just go off the track there. But is able to keep the place. That might be 2 warnings he's on now. And it looks like Bjorn's made a mistake. Looks like Bjorn's had a mistake. Which it was looking like an absolute dominant win in the sprint. He was almost 6 seconds ahead, and now it's not going to be easy at all. He's going to have to work for it now. Out of the last corner, Stanos 9/10 behind Bjorn, so he should gain a little bit here with the help of DRS. Lex is a lot closer though, so it will be interesting to see if there are any moves here into turn 1. Stanos did gain 3 attempts down the straight. Camper eventually gets past David up into 4th. Camper and David are split by 7 points in the championship, so they are battling hard for currently 3rd in the championship, those two. And Bjorn is 9 points ahead of those two, so it's still a good battle for 2nd in the championship at the moment. And especially with that mistake from Bjorn, I don't know if it was a mistake or he just wanted the cars behind to close up. It's hard to say, but yeah, currently 10 points for the win. So currently Bjorn would go, that would extend his gap over David. David in 4th. So yeah, probably would get extended by 9 points, maybe to 13 points. Before the feature race. So that's a good little battle there. Bjorn is 16 points ahead of David, and Sebastian hasn't really bothered to turn up the last few races, which is a huge shame because he was doing really well in the early stages. Had a couple of wins under his belt. So Sox can jump David tonight if he can. Sox can jump Sebastian tonight if he can score 8 points, 9 points tonight. On lap 8, Bjorn leaded ahead of Stanos, half a second ahead, with Lex in 3rd. Camper still fighting very hard with David, 4th and 5th. Walters had a fantastic recovery up to 6th because he was right at the back after lap 1, and he's absolutely flying now. Captain Aidan a mile in 7th, did have to disconnect, so he's doing really well. Max has had a couple of mistakes, as has Padge and Sox and Ruffwell, and no DNF yet, no track limit penalties. It's what we like to see, and it looks like Steiners might have dropped out of DRS now. But we'll still get a distant tow though. A very good battle between the top 3. Lex joined quite late in the season. Joined, I believe he joined at China. So he joined, I think he joined in round 9. So yeah, he would have been a lot of points behind there, but he started his IIRL career with a podium, and then he was able to win the next race at Monza. And ever since he has turned up for all the races. So he could be another contender for the next time we do F2. Definitely has the pace. It's the penultimate lap now, and Steinos very close to overtaking Bjorn now. Coming up to turn 4. Steinos does get ahead, but Bjorn is fighting it hard. And wow, this is incredible. Look how close this is. 3 cars within 3/4 tenths. And Bjorn now looking down the inside. Oh, there's a slight contact there. And Lex takes advantage of that and goes up to second. Will be interesting to see if anything gets sent in from that. And then Lex goes into the back of Steinos. Wow. That's a crazy few corners there. Unbelievable. Bit of drama at the end of this sprint race. And we approach the final lap. And Steinos trying to stop Bjorn gaining any momentum, trying to cut off the slipstream. Oh, and Bjorn makes this mistake and goes into the wall. Oh no, and Lex is going to have a chance to get past him now. Steinos will be very relieved, and that hands him the win. As long as he makes no mistakes, the win is his. But what a comeback, because as we were saying, on lap 6, Bjorn had a good 6-second gap over the cars behind. And a rare mistake from Bjorn closed Lex and Steinos back to him. And he could slip to 3rd place if he's not careful. That's the third time I've seen Steinos go off, and very fortunate not to get a penalty there. So, coming up to the final corner, and Steinos spots his braking, gets onto the gas, and comes home to win the sprint at Bahrain. Bjorn is 2nd, Lex in 3rd, and Wouter with a fantastic recovery drive to finish 4th place. He was at the back on lap 1, amazing. Camper in 5th, David is 6th, Max in 7th, Captain Aidan will come home in 8th, Ruffalo in 9th, Sox in 10th, and Pajestic in 11th. What a shame. GG guys, GG. What a fantastic race. Congratulations to Steinos on a fantastic win. So 8 points for Bjorn. That will put him to 150 154 points. Clock Camper in third, 137. 141 points. David got 3, so 133, so 8 points behind Cod Camper. And yeah, sucks, didn't really gain much on Sebastian there, which is a shame. So got a few minute breakdown. Drivers can adjust setup for the feature race, and that was quite a good race, quite a good sprint race there. Quite surprised. A rare mistake there, you could say, from Bjorn. I don't know if it was intentional or he just wanted to cast close up. I think he did something similar to Suzuka, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe he was a bit bored and he just wanted a bit of competition. So I guess he'll tell us in due course. So a couple of minute break, and we will start the feature race. So you join us for the feature race, and this is the grid set from qualifying, and Stanos will lead them away. Opting to use the hard tyre, Wouter in second, also on the hard. Rough one in third, will be looking to get a good start on the soft tyre. And then you got Lex and Captain Aidan both on the hard, and then you got David, Majestic and Cod Camper on the soft. And Socks, Bjorn and Max on the hard tyre. Like a pack of licorice, all sorts. Very random tyre selections there. And Steinos has finished on a podium in every single race so far, in all the feature races, so he will be hoping to do it again today, and then next week he has to try and do it one more time. Oh, we've got a car off in the back on that. Not sure who that is. It might have been Cod Camper. Yeah, we've got Bjorn and Max starting at the back, so that's going to be interesting to see the progress they can make to come through. You've also got Socks and Cod Camper, who are very capable, and obviously David and Lex. I'm sure they'll be making some progress for the field. And all the drivers hit their marks again. And it looks like we're going to start on board this time. With Lex. No, Captain Aidan. Oh no, it's a jump start for Socks. I can say he was having a little issue with his wheel, trying to get the base screwed on, so he only had a few minutes to get it sorted, so such a shame. Oh, drive-through penalty, that's just all drivers' worst nightmare. Just ask Jakob, Cod Camper and Killian about that. I'm sure they'll tell you what that's about, what that's like. And, you know, that's just not a good feeling, you know, when you push the button too early, you know, when you release the clutch, it's a terrible feeling for a driver, you know, terrible. But Stanos did get a great start, and as we were expecting, the soft runners rough around David up to second and third. David, with a really good start there. Oh, I think Lex has come together with somebody. He's made a mistake. Very unfortunate there. And look at this, Raphael side by side with Stylos. Looking to go around the outside. David keeps looking there. But considering Stanos is on the hard tyre, it's been a very good start from Stanos here. And yeah, Stanos trying to stop any slipstream. And we've got Sox in the pits to serve his drive-through penalty. Very unfortunate there. Stanos is still leading on the slower tyre compound. And Captain Aidan, I think he come together with a couple of drivers. He come together with Padge as well. He was trying to avoid a collision. And it's just a very unfortunate lap win there. Very unfortunate for Aidan. Commiserations, mate. Better luck on Sunday in assist here if you're racing. And rough one out, looking to go around the outside of one of the trickiest corners on the track. Spotting your braking is very, very tough. I'm not sure if he was given a car width there. It was quite difficult to see, and he lost a place to Walter. So starting on the soft tyre is looking like the wrong decision here. Rough rider going off the track, might have got a warning. Should have understood there in the dirty air. Ooh, is there a bit of contact there with Walter and Steiner? KOS will be enabled, but they won't have it yet. Bjorn up to 6th place, Max up to 7th, and Lex, obviously with that spin on lap 1, dropped a lot of places. And Raphael does get into the lead. Steinos won't give it up just yet. Oh no, Steinos! Oh! And Raphael, such a shame. Such a shame, just spun it coming out of turn 1. The traction out of turn 1 is so tricky to get right. You've got to feel for Steinos. You got to feel for Earthway. He might have some damage as well, but I think he's got away with it, but the tyres will be absolutely shot. We're seeing a little bit of argy-bargy. But yeah, such a shame. A rough well. He may have to pit if he's going at any damage. And Wouter now back up to 2nd place, Cockhamper in 3rd. Still holding on very well with the soft tyre. Law making great progress up to 4th. Closely followed by David, who is also on the soft tyre. So the hard tyre looks like the right tyre to be on. Will we see any moves into turn 1? DRS wide open. Spot your braking. And Colin Camper with a very good move around the outside of turn 1 to get by Bjorn. Looks like Bjorn might get the place back here down the inside. Camper will take a wider line, and he does. And that's a very good fight back there from Camper, and he stays ahead of Bjorn. Very, very well played there. And again, Bjorn looking to go down the inside of Cod, but I think he just locked up a little bit too much there. This is looking like a very, very close race. So what lap can the soft tyre runners get to? I'm guessing maybe lap 5, lap 6. The hard tyre is very durable. And Wouter will have a very good chance to get ahead into turn 1 here with the help of DRS. And then you've got Bjorn, Camper, David and Max so close to each other. Fast lap of the race there from Lex. And got Camper and Bjorn side by side again. And looks like Bjorn has got ahead this time. And David's got ahead of Camper. And Camper now dropped behind Max as well. A lot better race from Wouter compared to the sprint, where he was struggling in the early stages, and this is a lot better, and it's great to see. One of the most annoying corners on the circuit. I don't know if that's just me. Steinos now 7 tenths ahead, Wouter. He's got Bjorn right behind him. David in 4th, just a few tenths ahead of Max. Slipstream so powerful here. David misses the apex. And this will give Max a good chance now. Help with DRS. I don't think David has DRS. He doesn't. So this is going to be an easy pass into turn 1. I don't know if Quad's close enough to make a move. I don't think he was. No, he wasn't. He might be close enough this time. David will also have DRS. David is running quite low downforce setup, so whenever he has DRS, it's not going to be an easy pass. So Bjorn up to 2nd, and he's already pulled out of DRS from Wouter, so that's very impressive. And Wouter's going to be coming under some pressure now from Max. You really just need to get back into DRS from Bjorn, but it's not looking good right now. And Bjorn is going to be putting a little bit of pressure on Steinos. Obviously Steinos is already the champion, already the constructors champion, so but you still want to win. You know, that's why we race to win. Max now putting a lot of pressure now on Wouter. Don't know if he made a mistake or anything, but he's definitely not going to be keeping 3rd place much longer here. Well, I've got a truck warning there for Max, so that'll be interesting. 41.739 from Bjorn on lap 7, and he gets himself into the lead ahead of Steinos. And oh, bit of damage there for Wouter. Bit of damage for Wouter. And oh, hopefully it's not a major problem. But yeah, as you can see, he has lost a bit of downforce there. But David would probably have seen the front wing piece fly up in the air. And it's just having a look here. It looks alright. It doesn't look major. It doesn't look like a major issue for Wouter. But these cars are quite understeery anyway. But it doesn't look too bad. And Bjorn has got ahead of Steinos, so we missed that. And, we're back with the leaders. Bjorn, as he showed in the sprint race, showing very good pace, and definitely looking like the hard tyre was the right tyre to start on. You might see the soft runners maybe pit on this lap. And, looks like Bjorn's got a good straight line of speed. He's able to get the car stopped this time. No mistakes into turn 1 this time. Stanos is very close. We've got pit stops from Camper and David, and they will switch to the hard tyres. And Max has got ahead of Wouter, so I don't know if he's got big damage. Sure, we'll find out. On board here with Stanos. Nice to have a bit of onboard footage. Again, Stanos very close to Bjorn. And we've got Max pitting very early. It's got to be said, pitting early for the soft tyre, so soft tyre must be quite durable. I think that might be a bit tad too early there. Time will tell. So Wouter will have a little bit of a gap to the car ahead and the gap behind, so just concentrate on hitting each exit and apex. Lex in 4th, 3.4 seconds back from Wouter. Wouter's pulled away very nicely there. Max comes out in 5th on a soft tyre, but I mean he did come out ahead of David and Camper, but it's going to be tough to get those tyres to the end. 7 laps on the soft it's not easy, especially when the cars behind him are on the harder, more durable tyres. So all to play for. They just got to try not battle too hard, or they might lose a bit of time. And David there goes a bit deep, and Camper gets back ahead, gets himself up to 6th place. Next to the final corner, and David, good exit there with the help of DRS. He's looking to get himself ahead of Camper, who takes the esport line to avoid all the bumps on the track. And it's just about spotting the braking, and it takes a wider line just in case that misses his braking slightly and gets himself back up to 6th place. 6.9 behind Max. I'm expecting Max to pull away briefly, and then I'm expecting the likes of David and Comfort to close in on Max, who may struggle on the soft tyres. Socks got a feel for him jumping the start, and still has to pit again onto the soft tyres, so It's what could have been, unfortunately. Rough roll there, just ahead of Padge. These two had a good battle and no assist on Tuesday. It's not their favourite track. And unfortunately we got to do this race again on Sunday. And as you can tell by the tone of my voice, can't wait. It's going to be a blast. And Padge has a cheeky look. Fast left-hander. Instead of it, quickest lap of the race for Max, 140.4, and making our softs. The softs must feel really good right now. And the top three, Bjorn, Stanos and Lex, continue on. So when will they decide to pit? And now Padge looking down the inside. Rough well. And rough well comes back. And takes the place back. Nice little battle here, but we'll come back to the leaders, where the real battles are being taken place for the win. And they're in. They're both deciding to pit on the same lap. Got on their braking. And will Lex pit as well? Yeah, Lex pits as well. So let's see where Max comes out then. Obviously his soft tyres have still got to do another 4 laps, so it's going to be a lot to ask. It's a very quick pit stop. And here's Max, and he gets himself into the lead. And it is quite far ahead. So it will be interesting to see if the tyres can hang on to the end. Fascinating stuff here. But the tyres do wear quite a lot. And obviously fresh tyres for the likes of Max, Bjorn and Stanos is going to be very handy come the end of the race. Gap at the moment is 3.3 seconds, so I'm expecting that to come down very quickly here. And the gap is already down to 3 seconds, so Max is doing really well here. He's not losing as much time as I thought. 4 laps to go. Gap is 2.8 now. And Max is still looking to win his first race as well. It's only his 5th race, but he is looking to win his first race. He's had 2 podiums. So, and he has finished every single race in the points, so he definitely knows how to finish races with the tyres. As you can see, he's losing a lot of time already. He's already sliding out of turn 1, and that's going to cost him more time. And Bjorn still has Stanos for company. If Stanos was to win, it would be his 6th win, and it would be Bjorn's 3rd win if he can bring it home. few laps remaining now. And Cod Camper looking at passing David. Cod Camper gets ahead, but for how long? And you didn't see it on track, but Bjorn has already got ahead of Max, and Steinos could be losing a bit of time behind Max here. And it looks like he's fallen out of DRS, so this is very good news for Bjorn. Steinos still hasn't got through. This is very unfortunate for Steinos. And Steinos choosing to stay behind because DRS is so powerful, but he goes off the track. And I wonder if Wouter, with 2 lap fresher soft tyres, can he catch up with Max? That's the question now, but there's only 2 laps remaining, so it's not going to be easy. And Bjorn has pulled out of DRS from Steinos, although Steinos will be catching up a little bit here because the slipstream is so powerful even without DRS. And this would be very important for Max to have DRS there, just to pull clear of Wouter. But as we were saying, only 2 laps to go, and with the help of DRS there, Wouter set a personal best for the sector 1, 2 times quicker than he's been before. Wouter in 4th place. Back to Max in 3rd. This looks like it could be the top 3. And Steinos back within DRS, so the last lap is going to be very, very fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Gap is just over 8 tenths. The DRS will bring the gap down. Bjorn there trying to block any slipstream. Still on DRS lane to go on this lap. That was very good from Steinos, so he is going to get DRS, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Now we go off board, and that looks pretty good there from Steinos. He is close, within half a second. It looks like Max is going to hold on to 3rd, so it looks like a good strategy call from Max. Deck's within a second of Wouter, but it's going to be hard to get by. It's been a very good race. No mistakes this time from Bjorn. 1 corner remaining. And Bjorn comes home to win the feature race. Congratulations to Bjorn. Second, Stanos Reeks. Third, Max, pitting a lot early for the soft tyre. Walter with a great result in 4th place, just ahead of Lex. How close was that in the end? And Cod Camper just ahead of David. Can he keep ahead? It's going to be close. Yes, Cod Camper 50 milliseconds ahead of David. Rothwell will come home in 8th. And then it will be Padge in 9th. And Sucks in 10th. She still gets the points for his efforts. The jump start really didn't help. But yeah. A great race, nevertheless. GG to the top 3. Bjorn, Stanos and Max on the podium. That will be Max's 3rd podium of the season. And that would be Bjorn's 5th podium of the season. And Stanos' 11th podium of the season. And what's been an incredible season. And after what happened in the sprint race, a good comeback drive there from Bjorn. Congratulations to Bjorn and the CROSSPLAY again in the championship. So Camper will move a few extra points ahead of David. So the gap between Cod and David will be about 10, 12 points, and between Bjorn and Cod Camper it will be around it'd be quite a lot now, about 20 points, 25, 26 points now. So 2nd is pretty much in the bag now for Bjorn, a reserve driver. He's done very well there. And as we said, that's Bjorn's 3rd win of the season. And he's done a great job there. So this has been Bahrain. And we have 1 round remaining next week for the final round of the season for Saudi Arabia. I'm sure it's going to be full of drama because Saudi always delivers. It's always an exciting race. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Big thank you to the reserves once again. We had 5 reserves tonight, and they all did fantastic. Hopefully, we can have like a stream for the last race. That would be absolutely fantastic. But if not, I can just record it again like this. But yeah, thank you to everyone for showing up again tonight. It was a good race, good battle. And yeah, I'm sure I'll be speaking to some of you on Sunday night for the race and for assist here. So can't wait for that race. Have a good weekend, guys. Ciao.